and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Michelle Miller, and I'm here with my co-host, Courtney Greedy, and we are so happy that you're here tonight to learn more about how to support emotional health using essential oils. This topic is one of the main reasons that I got into essential oils and started learning about them. I decided that I wanted to help others once I started realizing the benefits of them by teaching classes like this. And this class is really powerful because we are teaching about the science behind why they're so effective. So it's a really great class. We hope you learn a lot from it. And Courtney?
Hi guys, I'm Courtney Greedy, and I'm a holistic health coach and a mom of 2 young boys. And I kind of had the opposite experience of Michelle. I got into oils for their physical health benefits, for the way that they support health in my body and in the bodies of my young boys. So the emotional side was just kind of almost like a surprise to me. I kind of was very skeptical that they would have emotional benefit, but I see it over and over again in the things that we're gonna teach you in class tonight. So I'm gonna get this PowerPoint going and we'll jump right in.
Oh, and if you happen to have a handout with you, you can get that ready. Those of you that don't have a handout, we can get you one after class. We can email you one.
Yeah, and if you have any oils nearby, we're gonna be talking about oils. So if you have oils on hand, then you're gonna want those on hand to smell and to sample. Okay, so you are in exactly the right place if you, technical difficulties, if you want to be more happy, feel more happy, feel more connected, and feel more empowered for you and for every member of your family. So in this class, you're gonna learn the science behind emotion and essential oils. You're gonna learn tools and habits for healthy body chemistry, and you're gonna learn practical emotional wellness steps you can take now. So you are created to function as a whole. Your emotions and your body are inseparably connected, and they are always communicating at a cellular level. Your body's made of intelligent cells, and these cells are wired to restore health. And this means your body is brilliant in design and that your body naturally wants to be balanced and whole. Your health and happiness is more precious than gold. So we're inviting you tonight to learn about your amazing body and to listen to what it may be teaching you. Neuroscientists have discovered that emotions are information-carrying molecules that bind to and react with cell receptors. They go into the cell, and this impacts function and behavior of our whole entire body. So I want you for a minute to think about a time that you got some really good news and how quickly you felt it physically. Like maybe you found out that you got a job you really wanted, or you found out you were pregnant, or you found out that something that you really wanted was actually going to happen. And you can just almost feel that right now in your body. And that's this in action, how the emotions carry molecules that bind to every single cell in our body. And this impacts how we feel emotionally and physically. Emotions are processed throughout the body. And in recent science has revealed that there are actually 3 brains. Now this might sound kind of new to some of you, and we're gonna get more into this, but the 3 brains are in the mind, the heart, and in the gut. So the mind, this is what we think of as logic or intellect. And it's interesting to think about how that our subconscious mind is actually what directs over 90% of our behavior. So only 10% of what we think we're thinking is actually what's going on. 90% of that is going on below the surface. And then there's the heart. So the heart, this is known as intuition. And there are actually more neural pathways that run from the heart to the brain than from the brain to the heart. And then there's the gut feeling that we've probably all had at one time or another. We've probably kicked ourselves for not following our gut feeling or been really glad we followed our gut feeling. And 90% of the body's serotonin, which serotonin is a feel-good brain chemical that makes us feel happy, makes us feel relaxed. And 90% of that brain chemical is produced in the gut. So these three brains talk to each other, and they feed back to and therefore influence the mind. And this woman here, Caroline Leaf, I was looking at some of her stuff getting ready for this class, and she has some really interesting stuff out there. So if you want to jot down her name and look at what some of the books she's written, she writes a lot about how food influences our brain, and she's just got a lot of good resources out there. So let's talk about this mama here. This mama is not happy at the moment. She's getting bad news on the phone. Her baby's crying. Her dog needs something. And every time we have a life experience, we process it one way or the other. So she might not even realize that she's thinking these things. This might be part of the 90% of what goes on subconsciously in our mind. So either consciously or subconsciously, she's thinking, I have to figure this out. I feel overwhelmed. I'm stuck. So feelings are really chemicals that can either help or hurt. And in this case, they're definitely hurting her. So her reaction, physically in her head, she's feeling tense. She's feeling head and neck tension. She's feeling conflicted feelings in her heart, not knowing what to do first. And then her stomach is feeling unsettled. She's feeling a little sick. And there's a disconnect between her body and her mind and what she wants. So this belief is being planted that I'm not good enough. So all of our thoughts are either a weed or a seed. And right here, she's watering a weed. She's watering something that's not helpful and something that's going to influence everything in all of her life and all of her reality. So Michelle's going to take over and teach us more about the oil component.
Right. So essential oils are an incredibly effective emotional wellness tool. And in my hand right now, I have Balance, which is the grounding blend, and it's a mood blend. It is calming and grounding to the central nervous system because, one of the oils it contains is frankincense. If any of you are familiar with frankincense, it's considered the master or king of essential oils. And if you apply it to your forehead, it's a powerful connector when applied to the forehead or over your heart. And it also helps open up your mind's eye. So frankincense is a great oil, and that's in Balance. And I've always loved frankincense. It kind of reminds me of incense, or it smells kind of ancient and complex to me. But I do know people that aren't in love with it, and they think it smells maybe musky or musty. I'm not sure, but I just recommend blending it with other oils, or just keep trying it because it is a great oil and it's one of my favorites, and it has a lot of benefits. So because both emotions and essential oils are chemically based, a powerful reaction occurs as they make contact within the body. Essential oils are very chemically complex, which is why each oil is able to have so many uses and applications. All right, so this means that they're efficient at detoxing the cell and restoring proper cell function. It's amazing how biocompatible essential oils are within the body. So now I have wild orange. We have wild orange here, and I have some right in front of me. And if you do have wild orange, go ahead and open up the cap and bring that out. And take a moment to really inhale its wonderful aroma. Wild orange invites connection in the body and stimulates energy. And many people love to put wild orange in the diffuser to diminish feelings of overwhelm in their environment. And a lot of the citrus oils, like wild orange, are great at uplifting mood and promoting toxic release. So if you have that wild orange, go ahead and you can put a drop on, or you can put that in your diffuser. So one of the reasons essential oil molecules go cellular so quickly is because they are extremely molecularly dense. It's a tough word for me to say. I can always read it, but when I try to say that. So that means that just one drop of essential oil has 40 million trillion molecules. That's pretty amazing. And these tiny molecules are from the chemical compounds in the essential oils, and they can service every cell of the body within a matter of minutes. So, and actually the molecules outnumber the number of cells in our own body. So that's just kind of amazing when you think of how many molecules are in one drop of essential oil. And that's why they can service our body so quickly in just a few minutes. Because of their chemical complexity, essential oils promote emotional and physical detox. They help remove conflicting cellular messages and encourage cellular restoration. So if you look at this image, it kind of details what they do. They support those receptor cells or sites on the surface of our cells by reviving and enhancing them. And this is important because it's one of the reasons essential oils do not carry side effects. They're not damaging the cell receptor sites. They actually are helping them. They go into the cell efficiently after they bind to the receptors on the cell surface. This efficient process enhances cell function. Also, essential oils are able to restore and maintain the state of a cell, and it's naturally in the function of the cell, the way it was intelligently designed to carry out. So they're actually helping to restore the cell. All right, so here we have a picture of a peppermint leaf, and you see underneath that is the magnified version of the peppermint leaf. And those white oval egg-like shaped things are the oil sacs on the surface of the leaf, and they're magnified so you can see that. And those are the life force of the plant. Essential oils course through the plant as its lifeblood, and it helps the plant defend and nourish and repair itself, much like how our blood works in the human body. Now, this is really important that you are paying attention to what oils you're using and that you address the quality and the grade of the essential oils. That's going to affect the benefits you receive and the oil's effectiveness. So CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade Oils, is a trademark of doTERRA because there's really no regulation going on out there. And so it's really important to doTERRA to take great measures to assure the quality. And this gives us the safest and purest oils to use for supporting the physical and emotional needs of our body. All right, so now we have peppermint, and peppermint is really a really popular oil. And physically it is great because it's energizing and oxygenating, and it supports brain focus. Emotionally, it's similar because it can help invigorate us emotionally and helps dispel mental fog. So if you have peppermint, you can go ahead and get that out and put a drop in your hand and rub your hands together. And then cup your other hand with one of your hands and inhale and kind of make a human diffuser. So you're breathing that in and you're experiencing peppermint, and it is great at pepping you up. So if you're experiencing peppermint aromatically, or topically, or really anyway, if you're handling peppermint, just be sure not to get it in your eyes, especially if you're applying it to your forehead or temples. It's really intense and powerful, but it is a great way to experience how powerful essential oils really are. All right, so now we get to talk about the 3 ways to experience essential oils. And the first one is aromatically. And there's a reason this process is called aromatherapy. Our sense of smell is the fastest way to affect mood and the quickest way to get into the deepest parts of our mind brain. Our sense of smell is more complex and powerful than any other sense, including sight. There are smell receptors on every organ of the body. So as you inhale an essential oils, those aromatic molecules are traveling to the olfactory bulbs, which are linked directly to the limbic system, which is the area of our brain that regulates emotion, among other things. And this is how inhalation creates an immediate emotional impact, very quickly and efficiently. Essential oils are dynamic, and dynamic means that they are shifting constantly and intelligently as they interact with your body's biochemistry. And you will discover that each and every essential oil has both a physical and emotional component and application. And again, this is because of their chemical complexity. So, for example, when you smell peppermint, and you might feel physically more alert and focused. And emotionally, you might start to feel the brain fog start to lift. All right, and so the second way is topically, and we can use them for emotional support by applying them topically because they are transdermal, which means the tiny molecules that we talked about earlier, those can pass through your skin and go straight into your circulatory system. So applied anywhere on the body, essential oils will penetrate every cell very quickly. So here's a great tip for you, depending on where you need support. Anywhere in your body you're applying essential oils, go ahead and massage the oils into that area and get some heat exchange going. And notice how it absorbs into the skin and there's no oily residue. And it does seem to be evaporating, but what it's doing is penetrating into every cell in just a few minutes. So it's in the circulatory system and distributed. So some ways that you can apply the oils are, some places are over the heart and inside the wrists, and also on the back of your neck is a great place, across the forehead or on the bottoms of your feet too. So those are all great places to apply topically. And if you're trying to target something over the stomach area, that's a great place to apply the oils as well. So whenever you're holding on to something, you can apply the oils over those areas to help release those feelings that you're holding on there. And here we have past tense, which is the tension blend. And it's a great topical blend. You would be using this on your skin. And physically, it can be applied for your occasional head tension. And emotionally, it can be used for occasional emotional tension and confusion. I can say that I have that a lot, seems. But it can be used over the back of the neck, on the temples, or across your forehead. Again, it does have peppermint in it. It's one of the blends that has peppermint, so be aware of your eyes. Keep that away from your eyes. And now we're going to talk about the third way to use essential oils, and it's exclusive just to doTERRA's CPTG certified pure therapeutic grade oils, and that is to take them internally. And the CPTG oils are labeled for dietary use. The ones that are labeled for dietary use can be taken internally in a couple different ways. You can take that in some water, just put a few drops in your water, or throughout the day you can be sipping on the water with your oils in that. You can put a few drops under your tongue, or you can put them in a veggie capsule, which doTERRA does sell those, or you can get those at the health food store, and you can just put a few drops in the capsule and put the cap on and take that kind of like you would take your meds, take it that way. And those are all ways to help support overall health, emotionally and physically. All right, so now we're on to On Guard, which if you have that, you can get that out now. And this is a really great oil. You can smell the clove. It's extremely high on the antioxidant scale, and that's why it's called the protective blend. And physically, it helps protect the body against seasonal threats. And emotionally, it can help protect against environmental threats and helps promote emotional boundaries. So it can help protect against feelings of vulnerability. And you can actually put a drop on the back of your hand if you'd like and lick that. And some of you may be grossed out by that, but it's a great way to get that into your system internally. And if you don't like to do that, you can always do the other ways in the water or under your tongue. So far, the essential oils we've highlighted are only a small sampling of the powerful essential oils that we have, that doTERRA has available, and of the power that essential oils have for maintaining physical and emotional well-being. So they have over 100 essential oils and blends for emotional and physical benefits, and just know that we're only diving into a small sampling of those and what the oils can do. So as we discussed earlier, as Courtney talked about, gut, brain, and heart health are all interconnected. So just know that essential oils work, and they work best when combined with good nutrition, digestive health, and proper circulation and cellular function. So we're going to talk about the Lifelong Vitality Pack and why that's so important. So here we have a picture of what doTERRA has is the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and it's a daily supplement trio that lays a strong foundation for physical and emotional health. It provides an excellent source of minerals, micronutrients, and healthy fats. And together, these three supplements provide our three brains that we talked about, the daily cellular support that they need for us to feel good emotionally and physically. So the first one we're going to talk about is the Z Omega, and it provides 9 essential oils. One of them is frankincense, and omega fatty acids to the 3 brains. And it helps the brain, heart, and digestive functioning. And it also has the DHA in it too, the omega fatty acids. And so then we have the Alpha CRS Plus, and it contains powerful antioxidants that promote chemical communication in cellular pathways. So it has ginkgo biloba and green tea leaf extract in it. And then we have the Microplex MVP, which is actually Microplex VMZ now. They upgraded their formula. And that's your vitamin and mineral supplement. So it provides optimal levels of micronutrients for immune function and energy, and it helps with symptoms of fatigue. And between the 3 of them, they help support cellular function and allow the essential oils to do their job. And personally, I love these supplements. I've been using them for a few months. I ran out, and so I wasn't using them, and I could really feel the difference when I stopped. So I do love these, and I recommend them. Regular cleansing of the gut restores healthy physical function, but it's also necessary for clear thinking and mood management. And this is really interesting. Low digestive function has been scientifically linked to low mood. So 90% of our body's serotonin is produced in the gut, not in the brain like you might think, or like I had thought in the past. So that's really interesting, and that's why it's so important to think about your gut and take care of it. And so the supplements that doTERRA has, PB Assist is a prebiotic and a probiotic, and that helps sustain healthy colonies of microflora and good bacteria in the gut. And it also helps absorb nutrients. So that's really important. And Terrazyme is a digestive enzyme complex, and helps convert food to energy, and it helps production of metabolic enzymes too, which is what our body needs to get those nutrients. And GX Assist is another one, and it provides a natural but powerful cleanse of the GI tract. And I wouldn't recommend taking the GX Assist and PB Assist at the same time. If you're interested in cleansing or taking care of your gut, you take maybe one for 10 days and then take the other one for another 10 days. You just want to stagger those to get the most benefits out of those. And then you have lemon oil and the Zendocrine detox blend, which helps support the body's natural ability to cleanse itself. All right, so let's just take a moment and pause and take a deep breath, because we've been giving you a lot of information. And it's important to know the science behind why the oils work and how they work. And so what we've gone over, it's a lot of information, but it's important. But you might be thinking, okay, so where do I begin with all this? So right now we're going to talk about just change. And change is a gift that is always available to us. And if you're ready to feel better and experience more out of your life, then you're in the right place. So doTERRA has 6 mood blends, 6 mood blend oils. And there's a total of 10 blends that they have specifically designed for mood. So on this page here, you see the aromatherapy wheel. And this is a great tool to help support your mood in any given moment. So notice how there are 6 different types of plants, and they produce an essential oil to give support in their own unique and specific way. So how they grow is a lot like how they react in our bodies. So for example, look at citrus oil and think about a citrus plant, how it grows. And it grows in warm, sunny climates, elevated off of the ground. And so when you think about a citrus oil and how it affects our body, they're uplifting and elevating and happy oils. And another example would be the tree oils. So trees are rooted deep into the earth, and they offer a strong foundation for the plant, and they have strength and stability. And they offer us the same properties. They can help us feel more balanced and grounded and secure. So now we're going to put the aromatherapy wheel to work. And so go ahead and I'm going to ask you to identify what you're feeling right now in this particular moment. All right, so maybe you're feeling more than one thing. That's okay. Just think about what speaks loudest to you. And then choose 1 or 2 of the oils that best fits off of this wheel. So for example, if I'm experiencing anger or bitterness and have agitated feelings, I might want to try Forgive to feel more calm and collected. And I would place a drop of Forgive over my heart, on the insides of my wrists, or across my forehead to help get those benefits. And remember, you're applying it topically, but you're also breathing it in, so you're getting the most benefit aromatically too by breathing that in. All right, so let's say that you just have lost a loved one and you're in the grieving process. Which oil do you think would best suit your needs? That's right, Console would be an excellent choice to offer that kind of support. So again, you would place 1 or 2 drops over your heart, on your forehead or temples, and on the insides of your wrist. And I can tell you that I do love these blends. I love them all, but my son had gone away for a week a while ago, and I was feeling really, really sad and lost. And so I turned to the oils, and I was trying to figure out which oil to use. So I picked Console because of the name, and it sounded like something that might help me what I was going through. But then I had just gotten Forgive, and I had tried that, and something about it was calling to me. So I put that in my diffuser, and it really started to help me just with what I was dealing with. And so then I applied some topically over my heart area, because that felt like that area was really hurting. And I can just say that over the next couple of days, I carried that with me, and I used that in the diffuser, and that really helped support what I was going through at that time. I love Forgive. It's one of my favorites. All right, so becoming happy, connected, and empowered requires choosing healthy habits. Healthy mood habits create a healthy mood lifestyle. So here you see 3 different boxes. And so as a first step, it's helpful to understand where you are right now. And this is a quick assessment to help you understand how connected your brain, heart, and gut really are. So for each brain, simply put a check mark next to the statements that seem true for you. So under the healthy mind, under that brain section. Let's just take a moment and do that now. All right, and note which ones, or just pay attention to your intuitive response. That one's usually, it's often correct, just that first intuitive response. And the statements you have check marked are areas of strength, areas to celebrate and continue to nurture. The statements without the checkbox may reflect healing gestures and opportunities for growth. So you can go ahead and finish up checking the 3 brains boxes. You can do the healthy heart and healthy gut. So, looking at your assessment and based on what you've discovered, what is one weed that you would like to remove? It might be a negative thought, relationship, or substance. For instance, I may have the thought pattern, I'm overwhelmed and I feel stressed, like that woman in the picture that we had earlier in the slides. So you can look at the aromatherapy wheel for clues on some of your weeds. So go ahead and do that now. Look back at, if you have the handout, you can look at the aromatherapy wheel. And just take a moment to think about the weeds that you would like to get rid of and identify those. And now think, what do I want to plant instead? It could be a new belief, relationship, or supplement. For example, I may want to plant the new belief, I am completely supported in every moment. And just know that when you're looking at that aromatherapy wheel to find your desired emotion, it may be the opposite of the negative emotion that you experienced. All right, so now we have this beautiful seed and we want to nourish it. And we can nourish it through habits and practices and patterns. And personally, I like to smell wild orange as I anchor in a new positive belief. And it just helps with connectivity. You can use any of the oils that you choose. And as you're starting a healthy lifestyle, just remember that consistency is always the key to establishing long-term wellness. You can't do something once and experience change. So just like if you're starting a new diet, you have to keep at it, and it's consistency that will lend the greatest change for you over the long term. And as you, let's see, here we go. So as you claim greater wellness, remember, you fill a bucket drop by drop. You clear your mind thought by thought. You heal yourself moment by moment. Small and simple changes can yield great results. So in this class, we've discussed practical emotional wellness steps you can take right now. It's exciting and rewarding for me to offer the gifts of change to you and to others. So right now, I want you to think, are you ready to begin creating new habits today? Are you ready to claim the gift of wellness and change? So as you have sat here tonight, you might have asked yourself, which tools will I use to nurture my healthy body chemistry, or what can I do now? And so one of our favorite parts about doing what we do and helping others is to help others get these beautiful emotional wellness tools into their homes. And so you can start using them right now, day by day, moment by moment. And so now Courtney's going to share about how you can claim these gifts and put the knowledge we've put forth for you, and you can learn, use what you've learned for you and your family. So Courtney.
Thanks, Michelle. Before we get into that, if anyone has any questions, you should be seeing a chat box on the right side of your screen or somewhere on your screen. And if you have any questions or comments, just type those in. They can take a couple minutes to show up, so we want to be sure and answer all your questions. So go ahead and type those in if you have them. So basically, there's two ways to get started with doTERRA essential oils if you're not already using them. And the first way is retail, and the second way is wholesale. So this chart just shows a breakdown of retail versus wholesale. So with wholesale, you get 25% off retail. There's never any obligation to buy more stuff or do anything else ever. Your shipping costs come back to you as product credit, which is really exciting because you just get more oils with the shipping costs. And you can share oils with friends and family for profit. Again, there's no obligation, but that is absolutely possible with doTERRA oils. And then there's access to team resources and support. So we do a lot of training just like we're doing right now. We're always really hungry to learn more about our oils, and we really like to teach others about oils too. And then with retail, you still get that same support. We're still absolutely there for you, but you just pay 25% more on everything you buy. And again, there's no obligation. And with your shipping, you don't get any of the shipping costs back. You just pay for shipping, and that's what happens. So to qualify for wholesale pricing, you can either pay a $35 enrollment fee. This is similar to Costco or Sam's or a wholesale membership club you might be familiar with in that. Or you can choose an enrollment kit and the fee is waived. So I'm not going to show you every enrollment kit. I'm going to show you just 4 of them, and just know that there's others to choose from too if these don't seem right for you. But the Natural Solutions Kit is one of our most popular best-selling kits, and that's because most of the oils and supplements we've talked about, including frankincense and including the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the Alpha CRS, the Z Omega, and the Microplex, this is all in that kit. And basically, with the price, you get a free $100 diffuser, and it's a great diffuser. It runs for 8 hours. It covers a big space. And also, a lot of these products in this kit addresses physical and emotional needs as well as, and so it's an amazing value. And we also always throw in, I don't know if you can see the lower, I'm going to put the arrow around it. You may or may not be able to see our arrow, but this is called the Essential Life book. And this book is just invaluable for learning more about your oils. So we always throw this book in if you start with this Natural Solutions Kit. We know that you have a lot to learn and you have a lot of oils to learn about. So that book is always free with this book too, with this kit too. And next is the Emotional Aromatherapy Kit. So this is the kit that the 6 mood oils that Michelle covered: Motivate, Cheer, Passion, Forgive, Console, and Peace. And this comes with that emotional aromatherapy wheel. It's actually to the left is the box that these oils come in. And if you flip the lid up, that wheel is in there. So it can help you learn how to get started managing your emotions, your kids' emotions, your husband's emotions, whoever you might live with oils. We can really influence the way that we feel with these oils. And then this diffuser is the Petal diffuser, and it's actually the one that we have going here in the room that we're in right now. So this is another great way to start. And also the Home Essentials Kit and the Family Physician Kit are amazing ways to start as well. These have the same core 10 oils in them, and those are frankincense, lavender, lemon, melaleuca, oregano, peppermint, breathe, deep blue, digestin, and on guard. And we didn't talk about probably at least half of those oils tonight, but just know that every single essential oil has emotional benefits to it. And these oils in particular also have a lot of physical health benefits as well. So the Home Essentials Kit versus the Family Physician Kit, Home Essentials Kit is bigger bottles. So with the Home Essentials, you get 3 times the amount of oil for less than half the price more, and you get that diffuser too. And then the Family Physician Kit, you get these, you'll see those 2 little bottles that are in front of it. Those are called beadlets, and they're basically like mints with benefits. They taste really good and minty, either peppermint or the On Guard ones are more cinnamon, but they also help with Michelle covered how peppermint helps with brain fog and helps to pep you up, and then On Guard is the protective blend, so it can really help your immune system to function properly. And then this month, August 1st through August 31st, 2016, any 160 PV order gets you a free 15 milliliter lemon, lavender, and peppermint. So you get all of those. So it's almost a $70 retail value. And just going back, you can see that some of like the Family Physician Kit is 110 PV. So you would just get a couple extra things to get these extra oils. And then with the Home Essentials Kit, you're there. You would just get the extra oils are just added to your order automatically. And this is if you are already a wholesale member, you can take advantage of this, or if you're brand new also. It's just any single 160 PV order. And basically oils equals dollars. When we're talking oils, dollars equals PV. With some of the other products like the supplements, there can be some variation there, but it's basically $160 in oils, or with the enrollment kits, that varies a little bit. So there's lots of other resources out there for you. At the top left, you'll see that Essential Life book that I talked about just a couple minutes ago. There's the Modern Essentials, which is another great essential book for learning more about your oils. There's Emotions and Essential Oils, and this one covers every single oil and every single blend in detail and talks about the emotional effects it has on your body. And then these other books, Aroma Heal, Essentially Happy, and Molecules of Emotion, are fascinating reads if you want to learn more about what we've been talking about tonight. So that is it. I'm not seeing any questions pop up. I'm going to turn our camera back on. Possibly. Here we go. There we go. We're back.
There we are.
All right. So if anyone has questions, if you're watching this after we're done recording, if you have questions, just reach out to whoever invited you here to this webinar, and we'll answer all those questions. So if you want oils, if you're interested, if you want samples, if you want anything like that, just reach out to whoever invited you here, and we will connect you with what you're looking for.
All right.
Any final words?
Nope, just thank you so much for being here tonight, and hope you learned a lot. So see you
Thanks
next
for
time.
coming.
Thank you.
Bye.